What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success. And what I want to talk to you about in this video are the deep-seated reasons why people don't take bold action and go after what they want in life. And what this really comes down to is a lack of inspiration and a deep-seated belief that if they went for it, they wouldn't actually be able to pull it off. And so what you end up getting are people who stay at their jobs and just complaining about it, and they develop a real victim mentality that the world has sort of just beat them down and given them, not the right shot at getting the success that other people have had. Well, I really want to inspire you here and give you some true inspiration to make you feel like you can accomplish the same things that other people have accomplished, and that it really just comes down to having the right core attitudes. Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at Design Crowd. And if you need designs made for your clothing brand, I really recommend that you give them a shot. You post a project on there, amazing designers from all around the world will compete for your project. You choose the winner, then you get that design plus revisions. Here's an example of a design that I had made through Design Crowd for my own clothing brand. It's literally the best-selling design on my website right now. If you're interested, head over to designcrowd.com/apparel to learn about the special offer that I have for you where you can save up to $100 or simply use the discount code APPAREL when you post a project on Design Crowd. All right, so I think that the most common and crippling mindset flaw people have in their everyday lives is that they view people who are successful in sports, business, or any other domain of life as having a certain set of predisposed skills that you don't have. That they have something inherently inside of them that's given them the ability to achieve a level of success that you could never achieve. That they have advantages that you don't have. That they have opportunities that you don't have. And this is the type of thinking that holds people in place, gets them into this level of mediocrity where they never really take any risks, they never actually go after what they want, and they end up just living in that life of luxury, complaining at work every day about their job and how, they're a victim of various forces. They're a victim of their environment, and, the society is getting them and the government's getting them and all these different things are getting them, where the reality is that they're just simply not taking responsibility for their own lives. They're not being proactive enough, and they're not making it happen. They're not being patient enough to develop the skills that they need to develop in order to actually get the results in business that they need to get. I'm having consecutive 20K months for my clothing brand right now, and I'm talking to those of you who are doing less than that. If there's somebody doing more than that right now, they're probably going to support me and agree with everything that I'm saying. But if you're doing less than 20K, let's say you've only done $1,000 or $5,000 for your clothing brand in a month before, it's easy to look at somebody who's doing 20K and say, well, he just must be, he just must have that inside of him. That ability just must already be there. But the truth is that I'm exactly like you. And all of this for my own clothing brand has been developed through going through trial and error, experiencing a lot of failures, being really, really passionate about it, and just being willing to learn and just being willing to grow and being willing to go slowly and take my time at getting to the next level and just develop the skills that I need to develop. And so all of these skills that you need in order to be successful are achievable for you wholeheartedly. I believe that. Anybody can do this. It's just about how much you're willing to, actually invest in yourself and build the skills necessary to offer value through your clothing brand. When I started out my clothing brand and I look back on it right now, I'm embarrassed because it was so bad. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. When I go back and watch my first YouTube videos, when I go back and watch my first speaking, I'm embarrassed because it was so bad. What's up, buds? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success. And that's just the starting point that everybody starts at. And, it's easy to think that just because you're coming from that starting point right now, that that's just who you are and that you're not capable of getting any better. But success really is a skill. And I hate to use the word success because, success is so relative based on what you want and what you're sort of striving for. But what I mean is just accomplishing anything, getting anything done is really just about taking action and being willing to build those skills. And when you stop viewing it as sort of this personal attack on you and this idea that people are holding you down or there's other things preventing you from becoming successful, you really start to develop this mindset that's this sort of victim mentality. And that victim mentality is like what's kryptonite for an entrepreneur to become successful. Right now, just try and imagine yourself as a millionaire. if you can't do it, why can't you do it? It's literally just developing a certain set of skills that, if one person can do, you can do. We're all cut from the same cloth. It's just how much are you willing to sacrifice? How much are you willing to, learn the skills that are necessary to become a millionaire? And you know what a millionaire would tell you is that it's really not that hard. And it's just literally thinking in the right ways and developing the mindsets that will allow you to get there. When you look at most people, the level of thinking, the intellectual disparity between, people who are really getting after it and trying to do what they want in life and constantly learning, constantly absorbing podcasts, constantly watching YouTube videos like this, the intellectual disparity between somebody like that who's constantly working on themselves and people who are just going to work and, watching Netflix and that's literally all that they do, the gap there is so big that to get sucked into this whole world of groupthink where you think you're like them is literally a complete joke, because you're not like them. You're not like them at all. And if you really want it, you can totally do it. This is like becoming like a Shia LaBeouf just do it video.
Where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
But, the whole point of this video is to really hopefully strike a chord deep inside of you that makes you feel like you can really accomplish this, and I wouldn't be saying that, just to a phone right now. I'm literally talking to my phone here to connect with somebody on the other side unless I really believe that. And I know that if you're watching this video that you're somebody who, really gets that. You're somebody who wouldn't be watching this type of content unless you were interested in growing and unless you were, dedicated to self-growth, improving your life and getting what you wanted of life. And so I literally feel like I'm talking to myself into this camera, even though I can't see you right now, as weird as that is, because, I just really am passionate about sharing this message and getting it across to somebody, because somebody relayed that message to me when I was first starting up. It really did something to me that changed me fundamentally inside, where I had this new belief. And I'm really passionate and emotional almost about sharing this with you, because it would have been so easy for me to just continuously go through my life, never really realizing that success was right there for me. I could have just taken it if I wanted it. And it was just on me to just accept the responsibility and go for it and start developing the skills that I need to develop. And if I hadn't come across this and just sort of discovered that that's what it really is, I would have just still been in that place of victim mentality and just living my life and thinking that, these people who achieve big things in life are just different and they just have something about them that made them successful. Well, I don't believe that that's the case. And I don't believe that that's the case because of empirical evidence that, I've achieved a level of success now with my businesses that I really didn't ever think I'd be able to achieve, 10 years ago growing up a business. And the reason why I've been able to do that is because I've just been able to put in the time and constantly challenge my old beliefs and constantly work at things. So, I hope that this video is one of those videos that, makes you feel it sort of equalizes you with other people. And, you stop viewing yourself as a victim and you start taking responsibility and doing the things that, will just allow you to get what you want in life. And, that doesn't mean that you're not going to fail. It doesn't mean that you're not going to go through things that you have to learn and grab lessons out of all these things. But you'll do it. I hope that this video really helps set you on a trajectory for success, and that this video is infinitely valuable to who you are and how you feel about what you're doing right now and trying to accomplish your goals. So I hope that you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Drop your brand down there as well. I like to check out the brands that are watching. And if you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass. All you have to do to get access is go to apparelsuccess.com/masterclass and you can watch the whole thing for free. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to tell you about the closed Facebook group that we have for Apparel Success. There's a link in the description. Follow that link, join us in the group, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.